Okay, so we're going to pick it up from where we left off last time. And Mishnah Berura says that some places they go from the shul to the courtyard and they say, Bo Neitze, let's come and let's go out, let's greet Shabbos. Okay. So then the Mishnah Berura continues, and we don't actually go out, we turn around when it comes to the end of Lachadodi, as we know, Boicha la Boicha. So what do they say over here in those Vehadar Mishna Berura? B'knesa gedola kasav shemizeh she'amar Rabbi Chanina boi v'neitze. Rabbi Chanina in the Gemara said, "Let's come, let's greet, let's go out." Mashma, it's implied from here, shahayu yoitzim mechutz labayit. They would actually go outside of their house. That's implied from over here. They would physically leave their house. V'inyan hu latzeis l'makom avir. And the idea is you're going out. Like imagine a person goes out for fresh air. You're going out to the air. El Hagan. You're going out to a type of garden, to a courtyard, to a area that is empty and is fitting to greet HaKadosh Baruch Hu. V'hosav Sham and Shabbos. V'hosav Sham Yed's over there. Knesset HaGedolah. Some people would actually go outside to the field, which was outside of the actual village where they were. Right? At the village of Lawrence. So they would go outside of the village. It's called village.
True, yeah.
V'chein hu b'shar kavanos. It also says in shar kavanos. Lotzeitz losada. They will go out to the field. A ro'ui lezeria, which was fitting for planting. Look over there. The Indian tefillas harvest. So Shabbos. Look at the Piskei Olam. Huva Dover is brought in the Kaf HaChaim. Ubeseidur Hayoim, Kosav Zelashoyna Vafilu, Dalet Amos Chutz Lebeso Sagi. Even if you're just only going 4 amos out of your house, that's enough to fulfill that which Rabbi Chanina did. Vim Ein Lo Tarach Latzis Chutz Le'ir. And if it's not a burden to go outside of the city, Yetze, then you should go outside if it's not a burden. V'hu Yoiser Tov, and that's better. Shechein Derech HaMachbilim Latzis because it's the norm of people to go outside to greet someone. In other words, if it's not hard to go out, you should actually go out, because when we greet people, we go out of our way to greet them, so to say. Right? We go towards them, sometimes out of where we were before. So that's the idea over here. Okay, fine. Just fixing this highlighted line here. There we go. Perfect. Ubesider Shar Hashemayim. Toma. Shar Shemayim, he adds a question. Hari Hashabbos ino ba mederech asada ela mederech elyon milamala lamata. What do you mean? Shabbos isn't coming in through the field. Shabbos is coming in from higher up to lower down. Ubir sham masha amar boy v'neitze binyan acher. So he has a different way, different mahalach of explaining what boy v'neitze means. It can't mean that you're going out to the field. Shabbos ain't coming in through the field, coming from Shamayim down here. So here's a different mahalach. If you're interested, you can look at the Shar Shemayim quoted by the Eitz Yosef on the Yaakov over there on that Gemara. Yeah. So he obviously has a different chart over there. We'd have to look it up. So that would be, where would that be? That would be on the Gemara in Shabbos, I think Kuf Yud Tes. Right around there. That's where it would get discussed. Okay. Mem Ches, what's this going on over here? Oh, the minhag is not to greet Shabbos on when it falls on Yom Kippur. In other words, not to do Kabbalah Shabbos when Shabbos falls down on Yom Kippur. Rather, you say Mizmor Shir Yom Shabbos before Baruch Hu, and that's it. So I was actually mistaken about this. And over here we're going to see where it comes from, maybe, for what Chabad Hasidim, they do have the minhag, they do the full Kabbalah Shabbos, even when Yom Kippur falls out on Shabbos. It's not Shabbos falls out on Yom Kippur, it's Yom Kippur falls on Shabbos. So where does that come from? The Mishnah Berura over here is saying that no, you just say Mizmor Shir. So how then could you say the whole Kabbalah Shabbos? Let's take a look over here. It's Kasav B'Shari Knesset Gedolah. Shnagu Kain Alpi Kabbalah. This is done for Kabbalistic reasons, not to do a full Kabbalah Shabbos when Yom Kippur falls out on Shabbos. Kishabati Yom Shakali Nefesh Yisera. The Kala, the bride, is the Nefesh Yisera, an extra Nefesh that we get on Shabbos. Ubiyoim Hakipurim Kevon She'in Nesham Yisera Mebnei Atainis. Yom Kippur, we don't have a neshama yisera. Why? Because of the fast. And this is why also we don't make a bracha on besamim when it falls out on Motzi Yom Kippur, right? B'moitzi Yom Kippur shechal b'Shabbos. When Motzi Yom Kippur falls out on Shabbos, right? So when Motzi Yom Kippur falls out on Shabbos, so then we don't do a Kabbalah Shabbos over there.
What do you mean?
Huh?
It's gotta mean when Motzi Yom Kippur falls out on Motzei Shabbos.
When Motzi Yom Kippur, even if it falls out on Shabbos
Yom Kippur
itself.
falls out on Shabbos.
Yeah. That's a chiddush. Nah, that's one simon Torah Yishchach Daled. When I said when we finish halachos of Dal, we have to learn that simon. We still never learned that simon. The Yom Kippur simon, which has very important significance with Havdalah and halachos, but this is mamash. If Yom Kippur falls out on Shabbos, you don't do after on that Shabbos because you're fasting. That's mamash a chiddush. Wait, siyam sham shemedivri talman near lahefach. From the Gemara, it seems opposite. Shekabala Shabbos he machma Shabbos asmo. When you are accepting Shabbos, it's from Shabbos itself. What did you say, David?
Wait, this means Yom Kippur is Friday?
No, on Shabbos. Hold on, let's finish this. Ubedila David Tamagamkin. He says, what are you talking about? According to what the Achronim agree, that even when Yom Kippur on itself, you would say bracha b'samim. If Yom Kippur falls out on Shabbos, you would have a neshama yisera, right? That's what I was just thinking. Why wouldn't you do Kabbalah Shabbos? In other words, when you have the neshama yisera, then you do b'samim after. Which also Kabbalah Shabbos is also directly linked to the bracha b'samim. So it's all like one chain.
So that would be, I guess, Yantav, we don't make, it's machlokes, I guess, whether Yantav you have in the Shem Yisera or not, right?
Right.
So we don't do the summon after Yantav. So
right.
That would be a time against that. Okay.
Right. Ubesefer Torah Shabbos, Gam Tama, Shuneged HaSeichel. This is against the mind, against logic. Yom Kippur, B'Shum Shabbos Shabbatim. Yom Kippur is called Shabbos Shabbasim. Shabbos is just Shabbos. It's a double Shabbos, Yom Kippur. Yigrum Shaloiti Abon Neshama Yisera. You're going to say there's no Neshama Yisera now? Here it is. B'Kutim HaHarich Kosav Sheish Makom Shnagu L'Kabel Shabbos Av Yom Kippurim Shchal B'Shabbos Kamo B'Shar Yom Tov Shchal B'Shabbos V'chein Kosav Siddur Harav. B'Kutim HaHarich says that no. Some places they do a Kabbalah Shabbos even when Yom Kippur falls out on Shabbos. So just like when Yontif falls out on Shabbos. Lakuti Maharech. He's a sefer. I don't know so much about him. I think more Chassidish. But yeah, you see him quoted a lot. I don't know so much of the historic background, but the point over here is that the Chabad Chassidim is where they come from, and therefore they would even do a Kabbalah Shabbos when Shabbos falls out on Yom Kippur.
Siddur Rav would be the Quran, or
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Not sure. The Kosav B'Torah Shabbos Mem test is going on the same idea. Kosav B'Torah Chaim Sha'av She'in Oimrim Zemer L'Chadoidi. Even though we wouldn't sing L'Chadoidi, Mikol Makom. This is back in the world of the Mishna Berura that you wouldn't say a full Kabbalah Shabbos when Yom Kippur falls out on Shabbos. Mikol Makom Mizmor Shir Yom Shabbos. You still say Mizmor Shir. Because the reasoning for saying lechadoidi is in order to be makabel Shabbos, to accept Shabbos, and therefore we wouldn't say it. However, mizmor shir liyoyim Shabbos shiludidon hu kimo baruchu, which is almost like a baruchu for us. Shukasa b'shulchan aruch writes in Reish Samach Aleph. That's the simon in between these two simonim that we're doing. Reish Samach Beis. Shesarich lakabel al yedei zeh Tosefes Shabbos talks about accepting Shabbos earlier than it starts. Tosefes Shabbos. Im kein af Yom Kippurim shechal b'Shabbos sarich lakabel atzmo Tosefes Shabbos. If that's so, even when Yom Kippur falls out on Shabbos, so now you need to accept upon yourself bringing Shabbos in earlier. Okay. V'av shegam bezemer l'chadoidi u'boi chal mekablim Shabbos k'mo shekosem Mishna Berura el b'shem tosefes Shabbos. And even though when we say the zemer of l'chadoidi and boi chala, we are going to be makabel Shabbos, like the Mishnah Berurah said, "Mikomoko b'yom kippurim shchal b'Shabbos ein makabel Shabbos al yidim mizmor milu." Nevertheless, when Yom Kippur falls out on Shabbos, we do not accept Shabbos with these mizmorim. Bisakin she'er davar nor mishar sheminot. Could be that this this stems from the root of this custom. Originally, lechadoidi was not enacted because of Shabbos itself. In order to be makabel Shabbos, v'hayu makabel in Shabbos mizmor shir, they would accept Shabbos with mizmor shir. Alasheniskon kehagdama lekabalas b'nei Shabbos al yidei mizmor shir. Rather, it was established as an introduction to accept Shabbos through mizmor shir. And then afterwards, it was the custom that they said, okay, they had the custom that they were going to accept Shabbos with lechadodi. There's a whole history lesson. B'kvar b'techil lo niskan loimer lechadodi b'yom kippurim shechal b'Shabbos mishum she'ein shayich az inyan hakabalas panim shalakala. And then was enacted to say lechadodi when Yom Kippur fell out on Shabbos, because you can't say that you're accepting the kala, the bride of Shabbos. V'alkein lo niskan loimer lechadodi. Therefore, it wasn't established to say lechadoidi, and the enactment remained how it was previously, just the same as Moshe. So this is the whole history as to why we wouldn't do a full Kabbalah Shabbos when Yom Kippur falls out on Shabbos.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but
Yeah.
it seems that lechadodi was something that came about later, right? So I guess that's why it's such a
Right.
machlokas.
Right. Very interesting.
Yeah.
I never realized this. Okay, so that's PDF file number 5 with the Oz Vehadar. Now we're gonna move on to 6. 7 is really nothing. So this is gonna be our, I know 7 is something. Okay, so this is gonna be our second to last of the Oz Vehadars. Oh wow, this is already all highlighted. I guess we just did that one. Yeah, we just did this one. That's 5. I clicked on the wrong one. Okay, so now we're gonna do 6. Just a little bit on this one. Okay, Reish, this is gonna go on Nun. Okay, the Shulchan Aruch quoted Rabbi Yanai, who said Boi Chala, that the bride should come, the bride should come. So that implies from there that the bride is coming after us. Now we know from the Gemara, the beginning of Kedushin, usually the man finds the woman, not the opposite way around, right? Whenever you go to a simcha and there's a machitza, and sometimes it gets breached a little bit, it's usually the men going on the woman's side, not the opposite way around.
That's the one look for their ride.
Yeah, okay.
They're desperate to go.
Usually not though. It's usually the opposite way around, right? So right, the Gemara in the beginning of Kedushin said it's the norm for when you have a lost object. Is the lost object gonna run after the person who lost the object? Or the opposite way around? It's the opposite way around. So we have a lost object, so to say. We have to go after our other half. Okay. Rabbi Chanina Amar Boy even eight say, come let's go out. Ki yotzel lekrosh Shabbos. They will go out to greet Shabbos. Ulam Rabbi Yanai Omer Boy Chala. Rabbi Yanai said Boy Chala. Come, my Chala. But Oido maybe when he was standing in his place. What's the difference? Were they going out to greet Shabbos, or were they waiting for Shabbos to come to them, the bride to come to them? And is there a machlokes between these rabbis over here? Umavar Marsha, so comes along the Marsha in Baba Kama Lamed Beis. Shemiderech Chasan LaSeis Lekras Kala. As we said, it's the norm for the Chasan to greet the Kala. Kemoshe Darshu Chazal Pasuk Hashem Misinai Ba. There's a song like Hashem Misinai Ba, Hashem Misinai Ba. Alright, whatever. So Hashem came from Sinai. Shehu Kechosan Hayoitze Lahakbil B'nai Kal. Like a Chosan, he's going out to greet the Kal. V'lachein Rabbi Chanina Yetze Lekras Shabbos. Rabbi Chanina, he himself went out to greet Shabbos. Ulam Rabbi Yanai Savar. Rabbi Yanai holds Shekeshem shehakala acher kenisosa l'chuppah ba mebeis avia lebeis baila. Rabbi Yanai holds that just like the kala, after going to the chuppah, right, comes from the house of her father to the house of her new husband, Kena Shabbos ba'ilenu, so too Shabbos comes to us. So in other words, there's two different approaches over here. One approach is the idea of the chassan, the groom who goes out to greet the kal. Okay? That's Rabbi Chanina. Rabbi Chanina went out to greet Shabbos. Rabbi Yanai did different. Just like the kala physically leaves where she was dwelling before to live in her husband's house, place of residence, so too that's what's happening on Shabbos as well. In Yaakov Kosov Shabal Rames Ala Inyan to Isa b'Medrash. Yesh zivugo ba etzel v'yeshu ba etzel zivugo. That's an interesting idea that Yaakov is saying, that this alludes to what the Medrash says, the Bereshis Rabbah in Parsha Samach Ches Oz Gimel, that says that there's two scenarios that could happen. Sometimes a person goes to the zivug, their shidduch, and sometimes it's the opposite way around. You ask people how they met, okay, a lot of times shadchim, whatever, but you never know. Okay, so that's what this alludes to. Right? I told my wife straight up, I said, if you were never in a graduate program in PA school in Queens, I would have never went out on a date with you. Like, you think I'm gonna go 210 miles in a 3-hour car ride to Baltimore? I'm not gonna do that. Got another 20 people I could date over here. But I gotta go over there for.
How old was Roman when he got married?
This is, I think, 7 years. Now I'm 34. This must have been 27. Around. Right. I said, no way. So that's kind of my zivug came to me. Worked out. Yeah. I didn't even realize how long the drive is till I first did it.
To Baltimore?
Yeah, once we were already about to get engaged, I didn't meet her parents. Yeah. I never realized I've never driven more than that in my life. You know, born and raised,
Born and bred in New
fifth
York.
generation New York over here. Any time I'm traveling more than 100 miles, I'm probably flying. But now I actually got into road tripping more. It's just not so geschmack with kids. We don't really travel often. But I'm actually into the road trip. It's nice. Yeah. 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 But I did go on a summer program. They had a Achva West. They took you from California, from Colorado to California, San Francisco all the way, and you stop at all the places on the way. But that was in coach buses. That's different when you're with the whole group in a coach bus, as opposed to driving yourself. But I would totally road trip. I said during COVID, I said this is the time to do it because there's no minyanim.
I remember the Rev went to we went to that Ocean House, that house in
Yeah. Ocean,
that was
what's
smart.
it called?
Ocean City?
Ocean City. Yeah, that's the name. Yeah, there's two Ocean Cities, not the one by New Jersey, but yeah. So,
Smart.
but
That was the time to do it when
we
you didn't have to go to
the
Minion.
problem is during the COVID, that was earlier on, and it's expensive also to travel, and we didn't. So it was whatever. And then also, I think you could have got in trouble also. They didn't want people coming from New York. They thought we had the worst COVID. I mean, we did. There were a lot of deaths in New York from the COVID.
That's 'cause
So I think there was a whole, officially you weren't supposed to, I don't know. So whatever, it was really a once in a lifetime opportunity to just travel wherever you want, not needing to worry about a minion because there was no minyanim then. I don't think that's ever gonna happen again in our lifetime. So yeah, very unique opportunity. Okay, no, now the Inyan Dimyon HaShabbos Akala. We're talking about, we're comparing Shabbos to Akala. Kasamar Shashu Alpi Medrash. Bereshis Rabbah says Sha'amra Shabbos Lefnei HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shabbos said in front of Hashem. L'kol yesh bein zug. Everything has a pair except for me. V'li lo nasat the bein zug. Amar lo knesses Yisrael yeh bein zvecha. Klal Yisrael will be your shidduch. In other words, every single day lined up.
Monday.
Right. It all evened out. Shabbos didn't have anything. L'chein b'Shabbos atzmo b'kiddush hayoim nas is k'nesul Yisrael. Therefore, when we say kiddush, unbelievable idea, it's as if we're marrying Shabbos. B'knisa Shabbos, amazing hashkafic idea. When Shabbos enters in, It's as if we're going under the chuppah. We're marrying Shabbos over here. It's as if we're bringing the collar to the chuppah. And Yaakov writes based on this medrash, is analogous. Mashal lemelech she'asa chuppah v'sayra ma'isa chasra kala sh'tkanas l'toch kachma olam chasra Shabbos. Wow, beautiful.
So Shabbos is the collar. We're the chasam.
That's right. And this is like a king who prepared, sometimes people, they like wasting money. I went to one of these weddings, $100,000, $200,000. Imagine you had a king, he made a wedding, a couple $1 million, he's got everything ready to go. What's it missing? The answer is the kala. So too this world. Everything was ready to go. What was the world missing? Shabbos. Shabbos comes in. It comes under that chuppah. Ready to go, ready to move forward. Okay, Nun Vav. Nun Vav is going on. The Mishnah Berura said that women, before they light candles, they have to be careful to get out of the shower in time, put on their Shabbos clothing in time as well. But Asher Lehem, they are fortunate if they do that. Nun Vav, V'ra Sham Be'ater Zakenim Shekasav Shechiyav Gomer L'Noshim K'Shem Shechayavos Be'alakas Nishab. This is an obligation for women to take a bath or shower and to get dressed, just like they're obligated to light the Ner Shabbos. Torah's Chaim.
Why do you think they're not chayiv in
Very simple.
kibbutz Shabbos?
Very
Right? That's
simple.
kibbutz,
It's
right?
before Shabbos, and therefore it's a mitzvah shas man grama. Mitzvah shas man grama nashe b'turas kamash malan.
But Shema, Shema b'Zachar, the chayiv in the
Some of his zachar is only on Shabbos itself. That's why there's machlokes by Adala, which is
So-
after Shabbos. This is all before Shabbos by
They
definition.
wouldn't be chayiv in kibbutz Shabbos technically.
Maybe that's why we're saying that they are chayiv. The question is why. That's going to be the next footnote.
Okay.
Yeah. So the Torah's Chaim, he brings a proof in the Gemara in Shabbos Kofi Gimel and Beis. Shigam noshim chayavos lahachlif begodim l'kavod Shabbos. Why are women obligated to change their clothing l'kavod Shabbos? Simple. Shneimar, it says v'samto simlo yisecha v'darshu chazal elu begodim shel Shabbos. It's a pasuk in Rus. They darshan, you put on your clothing, and they say that's referring to Shabbos clothing. So they learn it from a drasha. Gemara learns this from a drasha. Furthermore, the Kolbo says, beautiful reason over here, which, by the way, people who aren't learning these halachos as in depth as we are, never pick this up on any of these halachos, right? They'll say, you ask someone on the street, ask your average Jew, why do we wear Shabbos clothing on Shabbos? Why do we have special clothing that we have to wear? What will they say? They'll either say, I don't know, or they'll say what?
It's the chayiv Shabbos.
They say l'kavod Shabbos in honor of Shabbos. But they won't say this. They won't say kasav akolbo. Mashta kasav akolbo. Shesarich l'shanois as big day Shabbos mechol. You know why you need to change your weekday clothing into Shabbos clothing? Kedei sheyizkor shum yom kodesh va'aser b'asiyas malacha. The clothing serves as a recognition that we're not allowed to do malacha, we're not allowed to do muksa on Shabbos. It serves that, no, just like our clothing is different, so too are all of our activities. Even the most minute activity, we do everything differently on Shabbos. Does that apply to women? Yes. Since women are also not allowed to do malacha on Shabbos, they're not allowed to do muksa on Shabbos. So therefore, they also need the clothing which represents the fact that now they're not allowed to do malacha or muksa activities. And that's why they also have to change their clothing. You gotta love the Kolbo. He's just so good. I'm such a Kolbo fan. Maybe one day I'm gonna go through his farm cover to cover. You say there. He's just, I don't know, the Kolbo. There's just something that when you learn a lot of times what he says, it just like makes, like that thing inside of you, it just like makes you feel good. I don't even know what that
Resonates.
it resonates. It just makes your heart feel good. Just, I don't know, something geschmack about it. All right, anyway, that's the kolba. All right, footnote nun tes. What's going on over here? This is going on. The Mishnah Berura says, if the husband sees that she's not lighting before Shkia, right? And she's going to start lighting Chas Shalom after sunset, after Shkia. This is talking about, there's no more 18 minutes. It's Shkia. Mitzvah gedoyla shu yadlik esanerus. V'yimna mimenu hachnu sofli chol Shabbos. It's a big mitzvah for him to light the nair instead of his wife, the nair Shabbos, and don't pay attention to a quarrel. Mitzvah gedoyla yoisulation v'choshim l'chal Shabbos chol better. It's a big mitzvah to sit in darkness and chas v'shalom tim l'chal Shabbos. Keep in mind, this Mishnah Berura is quoting the Chayadim. Comes right after he quoted the Zohar, who said, "Don't have any machlekes on Shabbos." What's shot in the Mishnah Berura over here? He says a big mitzvah to light. Well, what is such a big mitzvah? You don't come to kill a Shabbos, okay? So the answer is two reasons. Mishnah Berura said it's a big mitzvah. Why? Shuhu yadlik, that he lights. Why? Nira kavanoso shechutz memash mekayim bazeh mitzvah halachos aner. Besides for the fact that now you're going to fulfill the mitzvah of lighting a nair, mekayim nair Shabbos, mekayim bazeh af mitzvah shemoneya is ishto melavur al safek iser. You're going to fulfill with this also this mitzvah that now you're going to be preventing your wife from transgressing a potential, at least it's a doubt that it's a prohibition. Midaraisa. Kedi says the Gemara in Shabbos says on Nun Dalan Amabeis, Kol mi sheish biyado limchois v'anshe beiso ve'ena moicha nitbas v'avanan shebeso. Whoever has the ability to rebuke the members of his house when they're doing something wrong and they'll listen, you have to add that in, and he doesn't rebuke them, it's considered as if he violated those prohibitions as well. This is the same idea. I'm going to throw that out, and this might scare a lot of Rabbanim, but any Rav, any Rebbe who has the ability to give Musar to his Talmidim, to his congregants, and they'll listen, and he doesn't, he's held accountable for their sins. That's something to think about as well. That's no joke. No joke at all. Gemara talks about over there a rabbi who didn't do it. He was held accountable for things that he would have never done. Oh yeah.
To get out of the, from a community where the rub is, it's a theocracy. It's very hard.
That's right. You also have to know also, Rabbi Miller talks about it, how Rav has to be careful not to say anything that will scare people away. Sometimes if you're going to scare people away, then they're just not going to end up doing anything. So you got to know the right balance.
Oh yeah, he says that. Well,
Yeah,
he's fired.
He's fired, but he talks about it. He says if you're just gonna get up there and say everything that's on your mind, that to do it. Right. So you have to. It has to be done in a smart way with tactics, and it's a good point over there. Okay, what's this? This is nothing. Okay, now we can make a siyum on the Oz Vehadar Mishna Berura. No, we're not done yet. All right. Okay, we have a lot to do still. Let's do the quickest first. First of all, I don't think that we ever saw this Mekor Chaim. This is a quick idea. Right over here. Bruchitzas chamim v'levishas begadim yomer bepiv l'kavod Shabbos v'chein di Yom Tov. When a person washes in the shower, maybe before going into the bathroom, or when he puts on his clothing, he should verbally enunciate. He should say, "I'm doing this l'kavod Shabbos."
What's the problem with saying it in the shower?
I don't know. Maybe you could, maybe you can't. I don't know. Yesh l'adam. I don't know if it's appropriate to do it in the bathroom. We're going to learn more about this in Reish Nun. All right. Actually debating if we should do Reish Nun after this or already start Chanukah. I think maybe we should just do Chanukah and then do Reish Nun after. I think Chanukah would be good. All right, we'll see. Running out of time. Okay, perfect. Right on schedule. Got 10 minutes left and we have 6 minutes left of learning. Okay, take a look at the Meiser of. This Sefer records the Hanhagas customs of the Vilna Goan. So in Os Kuf Mem Zayin, this is the souped up version of the Meiser of Binyan Big Day Shabbos. Let's talk about wearing Shabbos clothing for a second. Minhago, custom of the Vilna Goan was lahachlif kol begodav mekaf regel the adrosh. He would change all of his clothing from the sole of his foot until his head. Bal ya'adir davar shel lahachlif. There was nothing that he didn't change. In other words, if you're getting an enjoyment from what we're learning, and you feel like you attach yourselves to these mitzvahs. So instead of just doing the bare halacha, the like the base halacha, the bare minimum, so to say, of the halacha, Mekor Adin, which by the way, that itself is impressive. We're not underemphasizing the importance of that. But if you really want to go all out and you feel like you connect to this mitzvah of wearing Shabbos clothing, let's just go through the checklist. Different Shabbos shoes, which we're going to learn about the Shabbos shoes more. We touched upon it already. Mekor Hadin, you don't need Shabbos shoes. Midas Chasidus is too. We're going to learn about it more. Preferable too.
Socks.
Different underwear, different undershirt, different socks, different yarmulke, different hat,
One thing I don't do is the
different
yarmulke.
talis, for sure, different suit,
Right, different suit, yeah.
different everything. This was the Hanhaga of
Yarmulke-
Vilna Goan,
yarmulke I don't do,
everything.
I should do the yarmulke,
Yeah, I've seen certain Hasidim, they have a special yarmulke just for putting on tefillin.
Yeah?
Yeah, interesting, right? You know, sometimes it could get a little dirty with whatever you're
Yeah, so
doing.
mine's starting to
Yeah.
get grayish from the
Yeah.
black.
Yeah, okay, whatever. Take a look at this footnote over here. The Gemara says in Shabbos Kuf Yigimel Kibar Ato Shluya Mabushecha Shel Shabbos Mabushecha Shel Chod. Your Shabbos clothing shouldn't be like your weekday clothing. The Gemara says V'sira Lai holds the Ina Kavana Rak L'Malu She'el Yun Hanira Le'naim El L'Kol Mabushim U'Mashma Degamis Emaranaim La'Gu L'Hachlef. So the Vilna Goan seems like learns that this isn't just talking about clothing that you're wearing. It's even clothing that's attached to your guf, your undergarments, and even your shoes. So this is the Hanhaga
So
of the
this-
Vilna Goan. Everything. The kaf regel, hadrosh.
Right, I mean, let's say if I'm walking a long distance and, I don't want to wear a coat. It's more a sweatshirt because, it's,
Okay.
so, I'm wearing my Shabbos.
So
wearing
you have a
everything.
special one for Shabbos.
I don't have a special Shabbos sweatshirt.
The problem is when it comes to coats, right? So I'm the type of guy, I really don't wear coats even in the middle of the winter during the week.
Mhm.
And the reason is because wherever I am, I'm never really walking more than 100 feet outside.
Mhm.
Baruch Hashem, I've got very good parking situations
And
everywhere I go.
Shabbos?
Probably the worst parking is like almost in this lot. That's about it,
What
right?
about Shabbos?
Shabbos, I always wear coats because I'm walking. I'm walking a mile, and even this past Shabbos. So the question is, I have two coats. One's definitely Shabbos. It's like longer, and it's not so nice to wear that during the week because when you sit in a car and it's long, it's uncomfortable. So then I have a shorter one. So the question is, so I'll never really wear that during the week. The question is the smaller one, which is more of like a fall coat, that's smaller. So now can I wear that during the week? And if I do, does that now take that out from being a Shabbos coat? Right? But then how many coats could a person have? But look, this is what we're, so maybe I should bedafka only wear the Shabbos coat. I shouldn't wear that smaller one. It's a nice one. It's not like whatever. But yeah, maybe it's what to think about there. Yeah, question, David.
I don't know if I was gonna ask about a coat or it's something else, but I don't. No, I don't remember. No, I don't know.
All right. Anyways, this is the Vilna Goan. Okay, so what do we have on deck? We have all the chuvas from of Harfinus. We have that. So the Aruch HaShulchan already. We have the Pesach chuvas. He's gonna be big. We have Chut Shani. Then we have Dershu, and I didn't even look at those halachos. I wonder what he has. And the Kaf Chaim. So we definitely have what the tshuva, and then we have a very nice tshuva from the Shel Shuvas Minchas Chaim. So we definitely have more to chew on over here. If you thought we were near the end, you're gonna see all the chedushim, and then I'm gonna continue typing it up. I'm a little behind schedule with the typing. I'm up to the Mishnah Berura, so I'm gonna type it up, get everything organized, and then we're gonna come out with the proper halacha l'maisa exactly, and see all the opinions and everything that we learned summarized there. Okay, so Amir Hashem tomorrow
Yeah.
we will be.
I remember something else about
Yeah.
what I was gonna ask, but it's not.
Yeah, what?
Holamod. Should we really are we wearing Big Day Shabbos Holamod or no?
Yeah, we're gonna learn about that more. We definitely wear nicer clothing though. Amir Hashem will
But
let-
not necessarily Big Day Shabbos because then
It seems like there is an idea of having clothing just for Shabbos, and then like having even nicer clothing for Yontif. So the question is, Chol Moed, what would you wear? That's the question. So that's more of a Hilchos Chol Moed question. It's a good question. It's a good question. Yeah.
Because there you kind of, you might be doing malacha, not
Right.
as,
Right, for sure. I mean, you're getting
as far
cars,
as
for sure. Good question. Yeah. Yeah, it could be Chol Hamoed, just like we saw somewhere lenient that you could wear the clothing on during Simchas, Shabbos clothing. So maybe you could rely on that for Chol Hamoed. It's a good question. All right.
Yeah, we
All right, have a wonderful day.